Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing great, staying safe and sane and healthy, and just everyone's getting along out there. In today's video, we're going to be covering, basically it's going to be video number 2 of our steps to getting your limb amputated. Now it can be your arm, your leg, finger, toe, whatever, it doesn't matter. There is a lot of stuff that's going to be, that's going to be covered in this video series that we're doing. So you might want to have somebody around with you to watch it with you, like especially the person that's going to be your caretaker. Your caretaker is going to be, it's not necessarily like a nurse or anything like that. It can be your wife, your kids, anybody that's there to help you out and help take care of you during this transition. It's going to be, a lot to deal with. There's going to be a lot of, let's just go ahead and face facts. There's a lot of heartache, a lot of mental stress. There's a lot of stuff that's getting ready to head your way that you're going to need somebody around to help you out. As I always say, if you don't have that person, reach out to me. I'm always here to help, and anybody that has reached out to me in the past can attest to that. I am here to help you guys, and that's kind of what this channel is all designed around, is to make sure that you guys don't have to go without as far as knowledge and that kind of stuff goes. In this video today, we're going to be covering a few basic steps, things that you're going to need, what's going to be basically heading your way in the next few days, few weeks, that kind of thing, and just basic get you ready. Like I said, we're doing kind of a 3-part thing where, one, we're in the hospital, we're getting our limb cut off, we're at the hospital doing our thing. That was video number 1. And number 2 is the video that we're going to do today, and that is basically, we just got home from the hospital and we are getting ready to transition to get our prosthetic. We haven't got our prosthetic yet. There's a transitional period between that you're going to have to go through, and that's what we're going to study today. So with that, let's get into step 1. Okay, so things you're going to need. These are items that you're going to need that's going to make life way, way easier on you. You're going to see that there's basically going to be mainly the biggest part, and the things that you're going to need the most are things that you're going to need for showering and bathing. Those are going to be your 2 biggest things. And these are 4 items that I definitely recommend that you go ahead and get. Even for people that are still at the hospital, have your wife, husband, daughter, caretaker, person extraordinaire go grab these things for you if you can. If you need, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and link in the bottom all the things that I use at home, and it'll be Amazon links on there, and it'll give you every single thing that you're going to need that I'm about to list off. So item number 1, a shower bench. You're going to have a shower bench. That is absolutely key. Standing up with no leg, and while you're trying to take a shower and trying to get under your arms and trying to get your hair, the second you close your eyes, which we'll get into that here in a minute, the second you close your eyes, when you don't have a leg and you're standing on one leg, all of your balance goes out the window. And what is the one thing that we all do when we're washing our hair? We instantly all go and close our eyes. That's the first thing we all do. You're going to lose your balance. You're going to bust your ass doing that. So you need to be ready for that. Get you a shower bench. It is absolutely detrimental. Okay, item number 2. You're going to need some kind of grab handle, some type of, the one I use, again, will be in the description. It's a suction handle, meaning like you can take it and literally put it however you want. It's got 2 little like levers at the end of it, and you can stick it on your wall however you want to do it. You can stick it as high, as low. You can run it at an angle, however you want to do it. They're very, very strong, and I highly recommend the one that I use. So there you go. All the stuff I'm mentioning isn't very expensive. If you do need help with this kind of stuff, a lot of insurance companies and that kind of thing will help you out as far as getting the aids that you need for, helping you out, that kind of deal. So ask your insurance company if they do offer that, because they can definitely help you out as far as getting this stuff. Item number 3 that you're going to need is going to be a detachable shower wand. And what I mean by that is one that actually has the hose that runs to it that you can actually take off the wall. And if it has an adjustable head, meaning like you can bring it down like up on the wall, or down closer to the bottom, because you're going to be sitting down. And whenever you're sitting down trying to reach up and grab that, what's going to happen is you're going to grab your handle, reach up to grab it, and that leg's going to want to come right out from underneath you. You're going to call what's looping out. Those of my skaters out there, you'll know exactly what looping out is. That means you basically just go like right out from underneath yourself. You can do the same exact thing with prosthetic, with amputees, and your prosthetic for that matter in the ice, but we'll get to that later on. So there you go. You have these are 3 things that you're going to need right there. And the 4th is you're going to need is a scrub brush. And what I mean by that is the ones that you see with the long wooden handle on it, just with a brush on the end of it. You can buy, if you're like a loofah person, or like one of those people that uses the poops or whatever, they have those on sticks as well. So, it helps you reach into areas, like your back and that kind of stuff while you're still holding on to your grab handle. And it really does help you out in a major way. Again, all 4 of these items are going to be listed below in the description, and I highly recommend the ones that I'm listing here, because they're the ones that I personally use myself. So yeah, check into those 4 items, and they'll definitely help you out and make life a little bit easier on you. As far as your walking aid and that kind of stuff, we'll get into that here in just a minute. But as far as the things that you're going to need at home, it's going to mainly revolve around shower stuff and that kind of deal. So there you go. There's the 4 things that you're going to need in order to make life a little bit easier as far as bathing and that kind of thing goes for when you do get home. Now, picking the right walking aid is going to be very, very important. There's a lot of different ones on the market. You have forearm crutches, you got underarm crutches, and there's different makes and models of all of these. They have ones that basically just look like a big L that goes up underneath your arm with a handle on it. Then they got the standard forearm crutches like you see me use. Those are obviously what I prefer, and so much so to the point that this whole channel is sponsored by a company that makes nothing but those. So that's what I personally use, because you have more agility, you can get left to right, that kind of thing, and you're not as hindered as you are with forearm crutches. So a lot of my younger users and stuff like that, I highly recommend forearm crutches to a lot of my older folks and that kind of stuff that may have trouble with their arms and that kind of thing. Then I highly recommend underarm crutches. Those are going to be really, really key in helping you out, and because you're going to have something in order to get around, whether it be, there's a lot of other different things on the market too. Of course you have walkers. There's your standard traditional walker. Hey, no shame in that. You want to use a walker, go for it. The only difference of using a walker versus crutches and canes and stuff like that is, or forearm crutches rather, is you're only limited to how far you can swing. And what I mean by swing is you're only have that one leg that's gonna let you swing. Well, with a walker, you're not going to be able to jump out as far. You're going to be hitting that every single time. So you're only going to be able to go and just kind of hop forward every so often. You're not going to be able to like with forearm crutches. So you're not going to be able to cover as much ground and as much time. But, keep that in mind. But again, hey, if you have a walker and that's what you want to use, then dude, use your walker. That's fine. Nobody's saying you can't, So there you go. Now, if you're set up for it, like what I mean by set up for it is like in your house, if it's big enough, you got hardwood floors, ramps, all that good stuff, hop in your chair. If you don't have a chair, that kind of thing, ask around, look on Facebook Marketplace, look on Craigslist, look on, any of these, any of these type deals like that, like websites that, you know, are giving things away, that kind of stuff, you would be amazed at the amount of people that are like, look, come get this wheelchair, take it, it's yours, get it out of my life. And, you know, I guarantee somebody that's watching this video right now has one sitting in their garage that are like, you can have it, take it, it's yours, I don't care. I mean, it belonged to my mother-in-law, my father-in-law, whoever, and now it's just sitting here, you know. So there's a bunch of people out there willing to get rid of wheelchairs if you just want to come take it off their hands, you know. So check that out. That's also good resources to look into. You know, again, like I said, I'll list them out again. Craigslist, let me see, I think there's one called Kijiji or something like that if you're in Canada, which is basically like their version of Craigslist. There's you know, Facebook Marketplace, like I said, your local listing, like your local paper, that kind of deal, your local news outlet, you know, there's people that list them on there, that kind of thing. So, you know, there's a lot of free chairs out there in the world. You just gotta, you know, you can't be picky, that's the only thing. So yeah, so you're gonna have, let's see, we'll go back and reiterate. So there's 4 altogether. There's gonna be your forearm crutches, underarm crutches, your walker, and your wheelchair. Now, I still highly recommend that you have a backup. And what I mean by backup is you're not going to be able to take your chair every single place. You're not going to be able to get into, you know, the tight little areas, that kind of thing. Sometimes you're just going to simply have to get up and walk. And what I mean by walk is use your forearm crutches, underarm crutches, that kind of thing. So still pick one that you want and one that you really like and kind of get used to it, because you are definitely still going to need them for little things that, you know, is going to come about. And yeah, like I said, it's just definitely good to have around. So, you know, say if your wheelchair messes up or something like that, well, you're screwed. Now you can't get around. Well, with this, you can still get around, you can still do stuff. So there you go, man. They're just look into those 4 items. There's going to be some, you know, that are a little bit better for everybody, some that don't work for others, some that work, you know, absolutely fantastic. Go to like a medical aid place and try out different ones. They'll let you try out whatever you want: underarm crutches, forearm crutches, everything. Walkers, you know, they'll let you try them out and stuff. They're not going to deny you that. So go and try them out, and, you know, if you like them, cool, go with that. And that's exactly what I did. I mean, I went and I trial tested every single thing until I found that one thing that just really, really works for me. In my case, it was forearm crutches. So that's what I choose to use. Like I said, I'll leave a description in the link below, or I'll leave a link in the description below, and to the forearm crutches that I use. And I'll also throw in some more stuff that's just basic, you know, good all-around crutches, walkers, that kind of thing, that I highly recommend that, you know, you guys check out as well. So yeah, there you go. Okay, so we're home from the hospital. We just got home, and we're learning what being an amputee is like. All right, we're starting to figure out, you know, what this is all about. It's starting to kind of come real to you a little bit. Things are starting to kind of hit home, and it's gonna hit you little by little. It's not gonna just come all at once. You're not just gonna, you know, I wish it was that easy. I wish it was that cut and dry, but it's really not. There's gonna be little things that come along here that are gonna remind you, hey, by the way, you don't have a leg, or you don't have an arm. And it's going to be things that you have forgotten about. And one of those things that's going to happen is you are going to stand up to take a step. And that's going to happen. It happens to every single amputee that I've ever met in my entire life. For people that are missing hands, missing arms, that kind of thing, I've heard people say that they've reached down to tie their shoes, and, you know, all of a sudden you look up and it's just like, oh yeah, you forget. All right, well, that's perfectly normal. That's perfectly fine. This is tough to talk about. You gotta rein it in. You gotta focus on what's happening. try your best to keep it together. It's going to be tough. It's going to be very, very tough. This is by no means an easy life. This is not something that, you know, it's all sunshine and rainbows, and I'm not going to sit here and lead you to believe that it is. I'm not going to make you think that, you know, oh, you got this, buddy, you can do this, you know. Yeah, you do got this, and yes, you can do this, and you will do this. There's no doubt about it. But, man, there's a reason. There is an absolute, just, I almost cursed, there is an absolute, just huge reason that people call us warriors. People call us, you know, beast mode and all that shit, you know. And it's not, you know, oh, we're so cool and look at us and, you know, good for you, pal. It's not that at all. What it is the fact that, you know, what we've been through and what we're still currently going through, and what the rest of our life is going to look like, and the things that we're going to deal with, things that are coming your way, and just the horrible nastiness that's getting ready to enter your brain, that, you know, things you've never even thought about, things that you've never even wondered about, you're going to start thinking about. And again, this isn't to scare you. This isn't to you know, to put fear in your heart or anything like that, man. This is just simply to warn you and to get you ready and get you prepared for what is about to head your way, because it is ugly. Now, again, having somebody around, having a caretaker, having a person around that you can lean on is absolutely key. And again, like I always said, if you don't have that person, I will be that person. Reach out to me. I will walk you through this whole damn thing, and I'll be there every single second of the way. Again, the people that know me, they'll testify to that, and they can verify that yes, this dude is not bullshitting. He really will. And you know, it's just who I am. I'm not like, oh, I'm so great, and I don't give a shit about that. I'm just here to help people, because there was no help for me when this shit happened to me, and I don't want to see you go through the same exact thing I went through, because it was horrible. And that's the whole goal of this channel, is to make sure that nobody has to deal with anything like that, to make sure that you don't have to deal with that, to make sure that you don't have to go it alone, and that you're not left with any questions, anything like that. I want you to have all the answers going into this. I want you to be mentally prepared going into this. I want you to know every single thing that's about to come your way going into this. And that's what this video series is trying to help you prepare and get ready for it. Now, are you an amputee? Yes. Does it suck? Absolutely it sucks. But you know what? You can do this. It's something that is doable. We do it every single day. We do it every single day. What's gonna happen is you're gonna get up, strap your leg on, and go about your life. That's exactly what's getting ready to happen. But there's a lot of steps and a lot of things that are gonna come that you gotta get ready for first. And, you know, and I'm not talking about get your bathroom set up and get your wheelchair ramps and get all that. No. That's we already talked about all that. Get all that stuff ready. And, you know, now we're talking about up here. We're talking about this thing that lives inside your skull that will want to become your worst enemy. Don't let it. You can't let it. Go ahead and seek some type of therapy, some type of, you know, mental something right off the bat. Even if you don't think you need it right now, reach out. I'm not saying start therapy. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying, like, reach out and talk to somebody you feel comfortable talking to, somebody you want to confide in, that kind of thing, and you feel comfortable confiding in and letting them know that, you know, hey, I don't know what to do. I feel so hopeless here. I don't, you know, this is terrible, you know, and all this. It's very, very important to have somebody around to vent to. Now, I'm not saying get out there and just complain to everybody and become a pariah in everyone's life. That's not at all what I mean. I'm telling you, just simply, you know, find a person that you can vent to, let them know your frustration. If it's another amputee, that's way better, because they can look at you and say, yeah, I feel you, brother. I know your pain. I know exactly what you're talking about, because they do. They've been down this road. They've already been here before. They know exactly what's happening right now. And every single word that you're saying, they're like, yep. And that's an amazing person to have around. I can be that person for you. Just reach out to me. That's what I keep telling you guys. Just reach out. You know, I'll help you any way I can. My friend Stacy Hughes, same thing. She had no clue what was going on, what it's like being an amputee, anything. I've walked her through every single step, all the way up till right now. I mean, she's out there doing an amazing thing. Miss Stacy, love you to death. She's out there doing amazing things, you know. So that's what I'm saying, man. You guys don't have to go it alone. You don't have to, you're not alone. Any questions you have, there's resources available for this. If you can't find it, reach out to me, comment section, whatever, I don't care. There's ways to get a hold of me, and you know, just look up in the description of my channel and it'll tell you how to get a hold of me. So send me whatever questions you have. I'll answer it to the best of my ability. If I can't, then I'll do the research and find the answer for you. So just my main thing that I want to tell you right now, and I really need you to focus on, and it's going to sound kind of just like, yeah, easier said than done there, buddy. Don't worry. Okay? Don't worry. I know it sounds so basic, so simple. Don't worry. You can do this. You can do this, brother, sister, whoever. It is possible. I know I've said it, you know, ad nauseum. I've said it like 4 times in this video. You can, you will do this. It's okay. You know, yeah, you know, I said that to my buddy Dwayne. You know, I was just like, look, this isn't a step forward or a step back. This is a step forward, man. You're moving in the right direction. There is a reason that you've lost your limb, and it is to better your life. I know it don't seem like it right now, but trust me, it is. And that's the one thing you got to focus on, is understanding that there is getting ready to be a wave of emotion coming your way, and a whole lot of confusion, a whole lot of hurt, sadness, thoughts that you never thought you ever had before. The most toughest person in the world is truly getting ready to learn their mettle. They're getting ready to truly learn what they are made of. And I want you to be ready for that. And I want you to understand that it's okay. So, with that, please stay happy, safe, sane, motivated. Don't look back. Don't give a crap what anybody else says about you, because at the end of the day, it does not matter. I'll talk to you soon.